Hello there, my name is ChrisTenarium, and today I'm playing RockRobin. It's a game about rocking or making a band or something? I don't know. I've been told to play this game about 5 times by now, which is a lot of times, so I thought I'd give it a go. Obligatory mention for it is a beta, so if anything fucks up, it's because it's a beta, not because it's in the actual game bit. Let's hit new game and see where we go. Can I just fucking say... 800 by 600 window. Oh my god, it's 2016. You're gonna have to deal with that, unfortunately. There's no way about getting around that. Yes, thank you. I've used RenPy before. I threw my chair across the room. They scattered. Well, we're either rock and roll or we're angry. Calm down, Rock. Oh yeah, he's so rock and roll! He looks like really normal, and then he's just got like a random skull imagery. He's hard. Calm down, Robin. That's presumably us. The music in this is quite cool, by the way. I have got no complaints there. I kicked the table. Don't tell me. Like, that's how she stands, is it? That's just her normal. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just, yeah, sorry, oh yeah, sorry, they're just out there, Lord. Someone call security, get her out of here. I'm supposed to be here, you can't kick me out, I belong here. What the fuck are you? Hi, you've always needed a Cyclops in your band? Someone with a completely daft fringe, which looks like someone covered a leaf with a fringe because, I don't know, some of their hair got torn out? I'm your man. I threw my drink, unfortunately, it missed. Security burst through the doors with their band manager. There she is. Robin, what are you doing? You can't do this to me, you piece of shit. I'm being thrown out, okay. You need me. The guards grabbed my wrist, but I broke free. Joel, please tell them. He averted his eyes in embarrassment. No help from our friends, Bradley, just fucked off. Also, this is more going to be like a one-part thing, and if you guys want to see more, I'll play more. That's what we're going with this. Natasha, I thought we were friends, goddammit. We are friends. The guards were behind me again, I got right in her face. Not anymore, you don't burn bridges quite yet. That's enough, get her out of here. The guards pulled me back by my arms, they were too strong to fight. So I spit instead. Nice. I spat right at his feet, right on his ugly, shiny shoes. I mean, in an possible way, he looks more like a new wave sort of person more than he looks like a rocker. So, and maybe we had different ideas as to where we were going. He didn't like that. He was on me before I could blink, grabbing me by the collar. Do you know how much these cost? Is that what you care? Alright, well, judging by the rest of your outfit, like £5 at best. Your dignity, common sense, or were those for that awful satin shirt? Just leave, Robin. You're making it much worse for yourself. Worse? I don't think it could be much worse, you backstabbing low-life pieces of... Ah! The guards almost twisted my arm off, yanking me out of the room. She's not to be allowed on these premises. Got it? Traitors. Traitors! The concrete scraped my palms as I was tossed out the back door of the building. The distant songs immediately ceased. Kind of like my life right now. So we just got kicked out of our band. Good. Thrown out of my arse after 5 years. I gave them my sweat and blood and more, damn it. You gave them more? It's amazing you're still standing. How could Sterling do that to me? After all these years, after all I've given him. Now the truth comes out. He had never once loved me, and now that he was done with me, I was yesterday's garbage. And not just him, they all had it out for me. Joel and Natasha too. All of you. The door didn't reply, of course. It doesn't tend to. Doors are normally not sentient. And fuck me, if one is, you need to get the hell out of there. I got a few weird looks from the smokers outside, but what did I care? What are you looking at? Are we one of these people who starts random fights? We're just driving around looking for someone to punch? Great. Trying to ignore me. Smoke actually sounded good right about now. Let me get a drag. I went up to one of the idiots and took a puff. I don't think they liked that by how they shoved me away. I stumbled back into the brick wall and got the breath knocked out of my lungs. Fuck, I was a mess. Yep. Rough night? What an understatement. A ghostly apparition has come before me. Oh, tell me my fortune. Eat me. A cigarette pack caught my eye. The man was offering me one. Need a fix? I was hesitant at first, but then I greedily took the offered cigarette and shoved it in my mouth. I immediately patted my pockets and groaned, but he had that covered too. I watched him as he lit the end. Like he was going to have like a whole packet of cigarettes, offer you one, and then be like, look at me, I don't have a fucking lighter. You got to wait for instantaneous combustion, mate. He had a huge grin on his face. Not that we can see. I'm not coming home with you or anything, so just forget it. Not interested. Who are you supposed to be? Rocker, musician, superstar. What an arrogant answer. At the minute, we're a nobody. He smirked and turned to leave, just like that. Hey, I ain't no charity case. I found some change in my pocket. He turned back around and I flung coins at him. He looked down at them and then back up to me in the most condescending look I've ever seen since 5 minutes ago. Everyone was better than me, were they? I pushed by him, taking deep puffs on the cig in my mouth. The cig, what a hardcore person we are. I rounded into the alley to be alone. Sure enough, no one was there. It's an alley. I'm not sure what you were expecting. That was me, all alone. Yep. I slammed my fist into the brick wall. I didn't feel it, but I was sure it hurt. My entire body trembled with something I couldn't explain. Here I was among the trash where I belonged, huh? Very pessimistic opinion of ourselves. Sterling would be laughing his ass off. The thought made me angry, very angry. I started hitting and kicking everything in sight. I yelled and screamed, okay, so I started crying. I couldn't hold myself any longer. I collapsed. I lost the cigarette somewhere between standing and sitting. You got a few decent drags out of it, you're fine. I shook and swayed, trying to be as silent as I could while hearing the careless voices of the people just outside the alley. You're probably not getting another fag though, so you should have been more careful with it. Eventually my hands began to hurt from the thrashing around I had done. I looked down and they were bleeding. Yeah, punching brick walls will do that. I'm starting to see why they kicked you out. That's all I'm saying. Those bastards, did they even know what they were doing to me? I was bleeding. They probably trying not to think about it. Slowly I brought myself back to my feet and brushed the dirt from my clothes. I need a drink. You need more than that. Where are we now? What's with those faces? Nervous? Guys, I don't think now is the best time. What's wrong? What is it? We've put this off for too long. We'll have to tell her at some point. I'm right here. We should have been honest and told her this a month ago. Tell me what? Are you guys keeping a secret from me? They are. I thought we all trusted each other. Robin, I'm sorry, but... Fuck off. My stuff was at Sterling's apartment, and I definitely wasn't going back there. In fact, the only place in the city where I knew I was welcome was a bar in the boonies. It had been a while since I stepped foot in that hole, but what choice did I have? I had to leave. The twinkling lights... I'm assuming... Yeah, this is a picture. There is no way that's a proper background which is drawn. The twinkling lights of both my stardom and the city faded away in the distance. I really didn't want to go back to the burbs. Everything closed at midnight and those stupid noise ordinances. Ugh. I had trouble finding the bar again. The taxi driver was being a genuine arse about it too. But there it was, Tracy's bar. I hoped that Owen was still there. Okay, so it's another photo... There's not even a filter on it. Whatever. It's a beta, it might change. Maybe. Tracy's bar, though. It does say Tracy's bar. It's another photo as a background. How odd. I popped my collar in an attempt to hide my identity. I would just cause a big scene in a small-time bar like this. I weaseled through the cramped space and up to the counter. What do you look like? Have you ever seen the character Lucky Luke? Like that, but with brown hair instead of black. Jesus. He was a sight for sore eyes. All these years and he was still in a joint like this. He must have married that chick. I tried to get his attention nonchalantly. What can I do for you? No, dummy, it's me. What? I lowered my collar and flashed him a fake smile. Robin! What are you doing here? Shh, not so loud. You want to riot? Riot? Look, I need to crash at your place. What's wrong? What happened to... Damn it, Owen, can I stay here or not? Hey, you know I'm always here for you, but I'm living with Tracy right now, so he did marry... Okay. So he did marry her. What's that mean for me? Who's in the loft then? Give me their number. No one is right now. It's empty. I slam my hands on the countertop. Well, then what's the problem? Give me the key. Look, Robin, I know you're probably going through a rough patch, but... Rough patch? Rough? My voice broke then, so I shut up. I think Owen might have noticed because he dropped it. Look, I'll call Trace, alright? Just stay here and watch the What does Tracy think we're going to do? They're married. Like... Oh yeah, we're just going to randomly sleep together? Like, no. Damn you. He walked off and disappeared into the back room. Some nearby customers looked my way, so I snarled at them, mind your own business. I looked around. The bar had changed since I was last here. I guess it was making more money or something. It wasn't a bad place, but it seemed like forever since I'd been in anything but a trendy club. Brightly coloured walls, floors, drinks. You name it, this bar, dark, dusty, and just plain smelled. Look, poor people need somewhere to drink, okay? Don't judge. Still, it was Tracy's bar. Well, Owen and Tracy's bar now, I guess. It had been too many years since I last saw them. And you're randomly showing up. He looked and acted about the same, though, the good kind of mushy. He was a brother to me, as real as a brother could get. We shared the same foster parent, after all. I mean, that is a brother, really. Like, legally, that's a brother. You don't mean that in the friend sense. He is literally a brother. I sighed. Why had I waited so long to see him again? Okay, Robin, just got off the phone. About time. You're welcome. My mouth twitched into a smile, but it didn't last long. Trace says it's okay to lend you the loft since he's collecting dust. Owen slipped me the key, but not without a heavy look. What was that for? I'm not going to trash the place. Alright, maybe a bit, okay? But I'm a rock star. What do you expect? I pushed away from the bar to head up to the room. I knew the way by heart. You know, I thought I'd be happier. I used to love hanging out in that place, the gang and I. I opened the door and slipped into the darkness. Moonlight poured in through the window. See, this is drawn. Why draw... Is this drawn? This might be a photo with a filter. I'm noticing, like, just how detailed this bit here is. Hard to say. Some of Owen's old things were still scattered around. Either he was way lazier, or these things... Or these are the things wifey won't let him keep. I mean, they're in his loft. I think he's probably keeping them. Luckily, a bed was one of those things. I plopped down on the dusty sheets. After I finished coughing, I yanked off my jacket. I could hardly breathe in here. Try wiping the dust off. I finally let myself relax and take in how exhausted I was. I still needed that drink. Yeah, I'll get a drink before I go to sleep. Yeah, before I go to... I passed out and woke up with throbbing pains all over. It hurt a lot. And say, he didn't ask about, like, our bleeding hands. Some brother. I laid in bed feeling miserable, staring up at the ceiling. I poured everything into that damn band. Now what will I do? Where do I go from here? Well, if you're famous enough, you either go solo or start something up by yourself. It'll probably work out. I get the feeling that's where this game's going. I turned my head and looked out the window. Cars rushing by down below, people bumping and pushing past each other. The world's not gonna stop. Crying won't solve everything. Think they give a damn? I didn't even have time to feel sorry for myself. I started to get mad again. Oh, monitor's turning off. Don't want that happening. Those traitors, how could they do this to me? I sat up. I needed a plan to get revenge on those bastards. Maybe revenge is not what you should be thinking of. Maybe in time you'll might even understand that it's a perfectly reasonable thing that happened. Yeah, me neither. Step 1, get a drink. Step 2, I'll work on that after I finish step 1. Sounds like a good plan, to be honest. I dragged myself back down the stairs and into the deafening smoke-filled below. Smoking ban hasn't hit here, apparently. My goal was the bar, to beg Owen for a free drink or 2 or 3. Let's just not put limits on such generosity. Yeah, well, it's easy to say that when you're not the one giving out, isn't it? To my surprise, he was quite willing to oblige me. I would have retreated back to my lair, but I knew that I would always need one more drink. Owen, like a fool, would always give me one. Not too late into my drunken stupor, I was upset by who I, at first, discerned to be an unruly bar hopper. What's the matter with you guys? Don't you know who I am? Get out of here, kid. Come back in a few years. Turns out it was an underage boy trying to score some booze. Man, he doesn't look old enough to drink in Europe, let alone America. It didn't concern me until he started throwing a tantrum in my immediate area. I'm gonna tell my dad about the stupid bar and we'll see how many customers you've got by tomorrow. Have you seen this bar? It's smoke-filled everywhere. I don't think these people are coming here for the lovely reputation that we've garnered over the years. His antics were loud and annoying, but kind of funny in a pathetic way until the idiot knocked my drink over. That pissed me off and I shoved him hard. Watch it, punk. He stumbled backwards and stared at me, making me seem sober. Eventually, he regained his senses. No one handles me like that. Do you know who... No, we don't know who you are. Like some sort of bad cosplay of Sonic the Hedgehog? It's hard to tell. Let me show you how I handle punks like you. I lunged at him and it genuinely seemed to scare him. Was I that scary? Look at... No, you're like older than him. Wait until my dad hears about this. Your daddy ain't here now. I swung at him, disturbing my nib. Oh, no, shit. You're swinging at a kid. Oh, Jesus. Robin! I continued to go after the kid till he ran screaming out of the bar. The spilled drink wasn't enough to get this angry over, but I was worked up about something else. He was the poor schmuck who had to deal with my wrath. He was standing outside the bar. He was surprised that I followed him. Me too. Hey, I'm sorry or whatever. I was still angry, but this guy wasn't Sterling. He wasn't Natasha or Joel. Damn him. I scoffed at him as I usually do to signal I won an honest fight. I turned back to enter the bar, but Owen was blocking the way. Let me go through, partner. Go straight upstairs. We have a strict policy about fighting. What? No, I'm still thirsty. No exceptions. Fine, there are plenty of other bars. No money, though. I did my best to stomp away in a huff of fury, but it looked like the worst drunken swagger you've ever seen. That punk kid was laughing at me. What was that? Chased me out of the bar and now we're in the same spot. Unlike you, I can still get a drink anywhere as I want. Me too. Cannot. What can too? What are you, like 12? This isn't the fucking pantomime. Guys who still wet their beds ain't allowed, so no, not. You're awesome? I'm telling the truth. All I have to say is how I'm a Kirby and they all bend over backwards for me. I don't know what that means. I pushed past him, having totally lost interest in all his lies. My dad is going to hear about this. You're never going to... Shut up about your stupid dad and get out of my way. Also, I've just noticed we have some sort of weird blue fringe. How'd you even do that? That finely? Whatever. Is that my drink talking? I spun out of my heel so fast that I grabbed the kid's clothing to keep up my balance. He took it as a threat and looked paler than the moon. Kirby? You're the Spiders kids? Klaus the Spider Kirby, one of the greatest drummers this side of Mississippi and a certified rock legend. Yeah, I'm a freaking Kirby right in my hands. My poisoned brain chucked as fast as it could. I've heard of Spider's son, and the word is he had the chops to replace his old dad someday. I held onto the kid's hoodie as I slowly worked things out in my head. He waited in fear. Are we gonna set up a band? Oh, this is a terrible idea. Hey. I shook and beamed him in a wide smile. How about I buy you a drink? His face gained colour again and he finally smiled back at me. Or two? Let's not put a limit on my growing generosity. Whatever, sure, why not? The light stung my eyes, my tongue was dry, my throat was sore, and I half crippled by a raging headache. Where the hell was I swear, if we were in bed with him? I managed to get one eye open. I was on a couch. Is this a hotel room? If it is a hotel room, it's the most one like an old people's home I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck is that couch? And the plastic garden furniture. I darted upwards on the irritating couch. Someone stirred on the floor. It was a kid surrounded by trash from our escapades, I guess. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Is that why I woke up? Jesus Christ. What did we do last night? I checked my clothes outside of some new pink colouring. They were all intact. I mean, I wouldn't, would I? Not with a kid, anyway. I don't think you have much standards. The knocking at my door increased in urgency. I'm coming! God damn it. I slunk off the couch, kicking my way through empty bottles. Kirby was startled. 5 more minutes! Wait, hey! Shut up, hide yourself. What? I glowered at him. He took the hint, shut up, and jumped behind the couch. I hurried to make myself presentable, but I was sure I had failed. You hired a hotel room last minute. I'm sure it's okay. At long last, I whipped open the door with as fake as a smile as I could muster. A sharp-dressed man withdrew his hand from knocking and cleared his throat. You have one of the weirdest jawlines I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so this cheek is so far to the side that he almost looks overweight, and then suddenly down here, it's so sharp. Oh my god. Also, what is it with his tiny hands? He has some of the smallest hands ever. Yes, how might I help you? That took all of my strength. Good morning, I am the manager of this establishment. I hope you've enjoyed your stay at the LeMay Hotel, but it has now come to an end. Excuse me? My act ceased. I gave him a heavy attitude, and the twitch in his eye let me know it worked. Not only did you refuse to maintain an acceptable noise level, but I regret to inform you that your payment methods have fallen through. Payment levels? Have I not been here for more than a few hours? I think I'm still drunk. Some uniformed figures appeared from behind the hotel employee. Did he bring a whole army? No, he probably brought the police. Your payment methods didn't work. You tried to stay in a hotel. What did you expect? So you're throwing me out? Precisely. No need. I'm out of here on my own. I wish it were that simple. We're here for other crimes outside of stealing a hotel room. My eyes grew wide. What did that Kirby kid get me into? Hotel security closed on me. God, this is it. I'm getting arrested and I don't even know why. I'm too young to go to jail. He gave himself away. He could have slipped out the window or something. We couldn't be that high up. Maybe he'll see that it's the famous son and let us go. I'm not hopeful. You idiot. Good, the other one is in there too. You have to tell us why you're arresting us, don't you? Your cooperation will make this easier. Some business needs to be taken care of before we turn you over to the proper authorities. God, take me now, please. Robin and Emmett's awesome band kicking their damn no talent lame ass. Emmett? It must have been 5 feet high, scrawled on the outer wall of the hotel. Where did we even get spray paint? This is such a dumb idea. A group of cleaners were already fast at work removing it. Outside of the paint on your clothes, the act was all caught on security cameras. I guess I should save my breath on denying the charges. I stared at the graffiti in complete awe. Wait, who the hell is Emmett? Hey, you misspelled my name! It's 2 M's, it's 2 M's, 2 T's. I punched him square in his shoulder. Me? You did this too? Emmett is your name? Emmett? It's not a particularly sexy name, is it? I'm liking the guitar. Your name is Marcus. Marcus Kirby. His face changed into something I couldn't decipher. Oh, that's my brother. Brother? You stinking snot-nosed little brat. I attempted to strangle him, but he dodged me, giving security enough time to separate us. Maybe with security and police, don't try and strangle someone. That's just an idea I've had all by myself. One of the men twisted my arm behind my back and I let out a painful yelp. No more sudden moves. Ouch, ouch. Okay. This is an institution that depends highly upon its quality of appearance. Then why did you make such a shitty looking hotel? Your fine will reflect not only the cost of the repair of the graffiti, but the estimated amount of business lost because of this. But there is a more serious crime to deal with here. More serious than this? The card used to pay for your pay has been reported stolen. Any last words in self-defense before I terminate your stay here and contact the police? I was speechless. I don't remember stealing anyone's card or even having one. Sterling handled the money. I'm really, really sorry. I confess I stole it. You what? All this screaming can't be good for my voice. It's my dad's card. Man, am I going to be in trouble. The hotel employee laughed condescendingly. Right, you're the son of the famous drummer, Spider Kirby. Does everyone know who he is? I couldn't tell you who, I don't know, the son of other rock stars like Angus Young or James Hetfield or Kirk Hammett or, one of those rock stars. I couldn't tell you who their fucking sons were, but apparently everyone does here. But I am! How come nobody believes me? Let me go back to my room and I can show you my driver's license. The manager gave Emmett a good long look. After a moment, he gestured to the security guards who let him go. Take the girl to my office. I will verify his identity. Don't tell me I have to pay via dubious means. The guard holding me yanked me all the way inside of the building, despite my protests of being able to walk on my own. He's probably right, to be fair. That is the shittest laptop I've seen in quite a while. What is that?
2343.
Is that one of those old TVs? What on earth is this police chatter? That's one of those really old TVs, isn't it? Not like HD, it has like the back and everything. I can't remember what it's called. I was forcefully seated in the bright office, surrounded by my caring entourage. I looked at the nameplate on my desk. It read, Beauregard LeMay. Whose fucking surname is LeMay? Shit, his last name is the name of hotel. This is personal. And a stolen credit card? Thank God that kid really is a Kirby, otherwise we'd both be in the slammer right now. You still might be. But he was not the Kirby I wanted. Who is he to mislead me like that brat? I don't think he ever did. I guess I should have known that Marcus would be at least old enough to buy his own drinks. No, this is all his fault. All of it! He forced me to buy those drinks, forced me to vandalize this hotel, stole his father's card. The office door opened. That doesn't sound true at all. Security seated Emmett next to me while the manager sat down at his desk in silence. Leave us, please. The guards left the room, but for some reason I was less at ease with them gone. Yet funny that. None of us said anything while he shuffled through papers and buzzed someone to notify Emmett's dad. I looked over at Kirby to see if looks could kill, but he was too focused on a spot on the floor. He seemed pretty upset about the whole thing, but I don't know. I still kind of wanted him to claim everything was his idea, and I could just walk away. I guess there's no chance in that happening with security footage, huh? No chance. Your identity checks out. I was unaware that the famous musician had 2 sons. I snorted, me too. The manager gave me a strange look as he put on his glasses. Maybe I shouldn't have opened my mouth. But your identity is still in question. You're not his, escort. Fuck you! How dare you! Watch it, Ponytail. I'll string you up by your own chandelier. Maybe let's not threaten the owner of the hotel. I'm holding a peg for those asking. Just saying, I know that's going to be something someone asks. Maybe let's not threaten him. The manager was stoic for a moment and then dismissed me by looking back at his computer. Sorry, that was a rude thing for me to ask. I deeply apologise. Damn fucking straight it was. Also, whose name is Beauregard? To my relief, the phone rang on the manager's desk and he swiftly answered. I looked back at Emmett. He looked like he could cry. Maybe I should have just taken the blame too. I mean, I did buy him drinks underage too. He was just a kid. Jeez, how old is he? He doesn't look that young. Really? He looks 16. The click on the phone returned my attention back to the manager. We both searched him for a response of any kind, but he returned to messing with his laptop. I sighed. Looks like you're off the hook for the moment, huh? Wait, take back everything I just said. I was informed that the charges against Emmett Kirby have been dropped and someone is coming to collect you. Collect me? Am I going to jail? It is your brother. Emmett slunk back in his chair as if that was an even worse fate. The manager, however, was studying me from behind his glasses and he didn't stop even when I caught him. I know you. You're Robin Gilly from Shocker Millennium. They were a famous band called Shocker Millennium. Shocker Millennium. That was a... Sure. You want an autograph? He didn't respond and returned to filing out forms. Maybe let's not annoy him. I think we've been doing more than enough of that. So he knows me, huh? Well, I guess I should expect that since I was the lead singer for a... No, you know what? That band was awful. What a sick excuse for musicians that bunch was. I was the only thing holding them up and they'll regret it. Probably won't. I read in the paper that that particular band had a falling out with one of its members last night. Can I venture a guess as to whom? Hey there, big shot, are you set on insulting me all morning? Allow me to apologise for a second time then. I don't think he's really apologising. Why are you sticking half the glasses down your shirt? It doesn't make you seem intellectual. The phone rang again. Talk about Saved by the Bell. He answered it even swifter this time. A woman's voice could be heard on the other end. Yes, ma'am, the appropriate procedures are all ready. The impatient caller kept cutting him off mid-sentence as he struggled to relay the circumstance fast enough for her. As they spoke, I figured out 2 things. 1, this woman was his boss and possibly the owner of the entire LeMay franchise. And 2, this woman was also his mother. His mother is showing him up at work. How awful. She had to be his mother from the way that she made him lose his control. I would have quit a long time ago. She must be a fearsome thing to behold. After a while of them speaking to each other, Emmett's brother arrived. The manager excused himself from the phone call and greeted Marcus as he walked through the door. Yeah, you look a bit cooler, although your eyes look very weird. It's not even the fact that the guy's Asian, because they are really, really wide and mildly open. It just looks like he's slightly angry. Here I am again, bailing you out. Yeah. Don't yeah me. Thanks for holding him, sir. I'll take him home for his punishment. Emmett's older brother didn't look too much like him. He actually looked much more like his father, which probably worked in his favour and why no one believes Emmett's related to him. There is the matter of the graffiti. Oh yes, I saw that lovely display being cleaned up while walking in. He turned to me. Okay, this is where I get yelled at, right? You must be Robin. Sorry he dragged you down with him. Yeah, look, the only way that I will accept your apology is if you drum for me. What? Our family is willing to cover the expenses if you keep his record clean. That can be arranged, but he and the lady are not allowed further business here. That seems more than fair. Come on. After we signed some documents, the manager showed us outside. Okay, you can stop holding my hand like a baby. Well, maybe if you didn't act like a baby. Not in public, EJ. EJ. Oh, that's right. Babies get yelled at home. We can do this right here if you want. Emmett crossed his arms while he suddenly was acting like a child. Like I thought. Get in the car. He opened the door to a nearby limo. In all my days as a musician, I never rode in a limo. Emmett started to get into the vehicle, and I saw myself getting into that limousine instead. The romantic version was gone as soon as it came. Wait. They both halted and looked at me. Oh, right, apologise to her. No. I pointed over my shoulder to where the graffiti should have been. I looked back to check and it was completely gone. Damn, they work fast. It's a very well-known establishment. They have to. I'm sorry? We made a deal, me and him. We're in a band together now. Really? What? Emmett, in a band? Have you ever heard him play? No. Okay, so I haven't. But he's a Kirby and that's got to stand for something. That's all you're basing his talent on. I don't want to be rude, miss, but I think the music gene skipped him completely. Harsh. Bro, I play the drums. You play on toys, little man. Playing with the big boys ain't as easy as Dad makes it sound, trust me. Emmett jumped out of the car and stood next to me defiantly. If that's how you feel, I'm not coming home then. Get in the car, EJ. No! Uh-oh, this could get messy. Maybe he should just leave. Dad's expecting you, you have to. Expecting to punish me, that's what you should say. That's Mum's idea. Get in the car or else. Or else what? You know what else. I don't know what else and I don't want to know. Hey. Christ, you're both children. Oh yes, I've heard of you. I smiled. That's 2 people today. You're that chick who got thrown out of her band because she was a rotten diva. Hey, how dare you? Maybe partially true, but how dare you, sir? How dare you? A rotten diva, and does everyone know about that? Everyone knows. Damn. You'll need just as much luck as he does then. He gave us a twisted smirk. Sterling used to do that. God, I freaking hate Sterling. So, good luck. Are you coming or not? He got into the vehicle with his hand ready to close the door like he already knew the answer. Emmett just looked up into the sky, pouting. The car door closed instantly. He seemed pretty mad. I wonder what kind of family life these guys had. It's probably fine. He's just overreacting. The limo drove away like my fantasy. Emmett was by my side, yelling childish things at his brother. Music Gene skipped me. He's supposed to be my brother. Chill, he's probably just upset about the hotel thing. I mean, you can play the drums, right? Right? Hell yeah, he's just being a jackass. I don't think he can play the drums. Thank God. Wait. You're not planning on coming back with me, are you? Well, yeah, Crap. Look, kid, I can barely scrounge enough to take care of myself. Come on, please, I can go home, please. You can't deny these eyes. I was a puppy in a past life. I take it back. He's probably 13. Don't look directly into his eyes. Yeah, well, unlike a puppy, you have to clean up after yourself. I sure ain't. Is that a yes? I grumbled and walked away. He rushed by my side. This is so awesome. I already have a few ideas on what to call our band. Want to hear one? God, I'm not sure I want to know what's been tumbling around inside that brain of yours. No, this is really good. I read the last word, and boy, do I regret reading that. Oh my God. We could pretend that we're brother and sister, but like make out on stage and call ourselves Wincest. Hearing the explanation as to why he called it just makes it so much worse. Oh no. I don't want that at all. How about we call ourselves Ass Kicking and I just kick your ass all over the stage? We started to walk our walk back to the bar. True to his past life, he loyally followed me at my heels. I would have hailed a cab, but I was short on cash, and to be honest, I needed to slow things down and think. Emmett kept yapping in my ear about how awesome our band would be and brainstorming stupid names. Was I really going through with this? I mean, I did stop him from leaving, so I had to be serious about it. I needed to sing, I needed to be in a band. That's all I've known for so many years. It was the only way of life for me. But was this kid? A drummer I never heard play? I was just asking for disaster. Yep, yeah you were. Back at the bar, a longer walk away than I'd anticipated, I debated whether or not to face Owen again. Emmett was not allowed in the bar, but it was still daylight. Surely it would be okay. It's not daylight. I can clearly see it's nighttime. The front door was unlocked and the place was deserted. It would have to be an hour or two before the bar opened. Yoo-hoo! I heard someone shuffle around and Owen appeared. There you are. You had me worried last night, but you didn't come back. Is that boy from last night? Oh, him? Maybe. Yes. He needs a place to crash for a little while. No one under 21. Yes. Don't get your britches in a tizzy. I scurried to his side, pushing Emmett in front of me like a shield. Hi. He's different, okay? He's the son of Klaus the Spider Kirby, Owen. The Spider! That seemed to change his mind for a split second, but logic got the best of him. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's going to fly. Yeah, well, you can try that on the judge when I get in trouble for harboring someone underage. It'd never... I covered the kid's mouth with my hands so that he'd quickly get him to the hint to shut up. He's not going to be drinking, are you, Kirby? Emmett shook his head from under my hand. See, he's not visiting the bar. He's the bar entertainment, right, Kirby? He nodded fervently, satisfied I released my hand. Entertainment? Can he play like his dad? Of course, probably. We need your help, though. Are you offering to sing for me, too? Yeah, me and him started a new band together called Skeleton Unicorn. This is why we shouldn't let him talk. You've lost speaking privileges again. Go sit over there. I pushed him towards the stool where he reluctantly retreated. Are you feeling okay? Ooh. What? You're so hyper. Much different from last night. Well, 5 stages of denial, I guess. I paused to reflect on my behaviour. I didn't notice that much of a change. Whatever happened, I like you better this way. Thanks, buddy. I know what happened with your band. Really? I hate this. Everyone and their dog knows. That's what happens when you're in a famous band. Owen pulled me aside so that Emmett couldn't hear us. Are you really going to start a new band? How about a break from music for a while? The idea was out of the question. I was a little offended that he would even suggest it. Owen, don't believe those lies and rumours about me being a diva or something. They kicked me out for no reason. They threw me under the bus so that they could get a record deal. That stupid scout probably didn't like the way I looked or something, so said I had to go. All right, calm down. I get you. I can see now that you're really serious about this new band thing. We're like family, so you know I'm going to support you in this, despite us just using him after so many years. I took a deep breath and gave him a smile. Thanks, man. There's so much going through my head right now. It's hard to think straight lately. You both look beat. What happened last night? Best not to say. Well, we woke up in a hotel room. Forget I asked. I'll get you guys some water. Thanks. Can you make me a rum and coke? He gave me a look as he filled 2 glasses with water. Better luck next time. Soon, Owen suggested that Emmett had to demonstrate his talent before being allowed on his prestigious stage. It was reassuring to see that the kid could put together a drum kit, at least. We gave Emmett a pair of drumsticks and gave him some room. Okay, Kirby, impress me. His face turned dead serious and he licked his lips. After a great moment of suspense, he let rip. His freestyling was less than impressive. Much less. Owen and I stood in amazement of his complete lack of genius. After a short demo, he eagerly greeted our eyes, searching for praise, just like a puppy. Robin? I know what you're thinking, okay, but hear me out. You're just hearing him on a base level, you know? You're not really listening to him. I hear raw talent, so he needs to practice more. What are you talking about? Did he miss it? Try this beat. He's a bit shit, isn't he? Oh, well, this part has gone on for more than long enough. Would you guys like to see me play more of this? Because it's something which has been requested and it doesn't seem shit. I'm invested in it. I wouldn't mind. It seems quite good. Let me know in the comments or leave a like or whatever. And we'll see if we continue it. Till next time, wink.